With less than 48 hours remaining for the Sunday by-elections, the political atmosphere in the country has understandably heated up. The by-election is being held in one constituency each in Bara, Chitwan and Tanhu, as speculations too have escalated regarding the performance of candidates in the fray. In the meantime, the government has formed a special security mechanism to hold the by-elections in a free and fair atmosphere while seeing that the election code of conduct is not breached in any terms. Good evening, I'm Amar Singh Pradhan and these are the headlines of the hour. Security management monitoring mechanism established keeping in mind top-notch security for the Sunday by-elections. Border in Bara sealed. Commission remains helpless against breach of election code. The Tribhuvan University gears up to annual affiliation of over 100 colleges to investigate institutions taking loan by sowing proxy students. The works of National Pride projects set to play a crucial role in socio-economic transformation of the country remain stranded. Expert call lack of implementation fatal. Nepal fire on all cylinders as they outclass Oman at the ACC Premier Cup. Sandeep races to the fastest ODI 100 wickets. Hong Kong team UAE on DLS. A by-election security management monitoring mechanism has been set up at the Election Commission to ensure free and fair by-election on the 23rd of April, Sunday. The mechanism, led by Joint Secretary at the Ministry of Home Affairs Jitendra Basnat, includes senior officials from Nepal Army, Nepal Police, Armed Police Force and National Investigation Department. Chief Election Commissioner Dinesh Kumar Thapalia has urged the mechanism to ensure a peaceful, transparent and fair environment for the by-elections. Meanwhile, the Commission has made special arrangements for monitoring of the violation of Election Code of Conduct as the silent period went in effect from last midnight. The Commission has already urged the political parties, candidates and voters to abide by the Election Code of Conduct and has directed the related state mechanisms to monitor the possible violation of Election Code of Conduct. The security departments have also been directed to take required actions when required. The Election Commission has yet to monitor the violation of Election Code of Conduct by political leaders, including the Prime Minister for Sunday's by-election in Bara, Chitwan and Tanhu. The Commission has remained helpless as the leaders have failed to abide by the Code of Conduct, which also prohibits them from using helicopters for promotional campaigns. The Election Commission had decided to prohibit parties and candidates from using choppers during promotion campaigns for the by-election. Violating the provision, Prime Minister Pushpa Kamal Dahal, Nepali Congress Chief Sherbahadur Deuba, CPN Unified Socialist Chair Madhakumar Nepal and Nepal Samajwadi Party Chair Baburam Bhattarai reached all three electoral constituencies in helicopters for promotion campaigns. Even at a time when the leaders have abused government resources, the Election Commission has not been able to take actions. The Apex Election Authority has also not been able to take actions against the leaders, making assurances against the Code of Conduct. Prime Minister Dahal assured the voters of Tanhu of appointing the coalition's candidate a minister if they ensured his victory. In Bara Constituency 2, Upendra Yadav reached the election office to file his candidacy with more than 25 individuals and musical instruments. The Commission has only asked for clarification from Yadav. Despite a mechanism led by Joint Secretary being deployed by the Election Commission in all the three constituencies, the Commission has ignored the cases of violation of Code of Conduct. Nepal-India border has been sealed for 72 hours considering security arrangements for the by-elections in Bara Electoral Constituency 2 on Sunday. Issuing a notice, District Administration Office Bara has said that the 60-kilometer-long border of the district with India has been sealed from 10 a.m. today until Sunday midnight. Meanwhile, distribution, sales and consumption of alcoholic beverages were prohibited from Tuesday midnight until the conclusion of vote counting in Bara, Chitwan and Tanhu. Security arrangements have been beefed up in all three districts considering possible risk related to the election. 12 years have elapsed since inclusion of projects in the National Pride category following selection on the basis of possible contribution for socio-economic transformation of the country. There are a total of 24 such National Pride projects in Nepal. Of them, only 4 have been concluded so far with an investment of around 200 billion rupees. Progress of other under construction National Pride projects are not satisfactory. The number of National Pride projects have been increased from 17 to 24. Of these projects, 7 are related to roads and railways, 6 of irrigation, 4 of hydroelectricity, 3 airports, 2 related to religious and cultural heritages, and 1 each of drinking water and chure conservation. Only Melamchi Drinking Water Project, Pokhara Regional International Airport, Gautam Buddha International Airport and Upper Tamakosi Hydroelectricity projects are in partial operation. Water from the Melamchi Drinking Water Project, which came into operation 3 years ago after 22 years of beginning of the project, is received only during the winter season. Full operation of the 35 billion rupees project remains uncertain. Pokhara and Gautam Buddha International Airport are also yet to come into full operation in absence of aviation routes and lack of interest of foreign airline service providers. More than 429 billion rupees have been spent so far in National Pride projects. Works of Budi Gandaki project, Nisgad International Airport, railway and metro development projects have yet to begin. Not even 50% works of 12 projects have been completed as of now. These National Pride projects have been left stranded because of inadequate research, study and homework, selection on the basis of political interest and lack of monitoring of the progress. And with that, it's now time for our segment Public Pulse, where it texts us with their opinion.
Public Pulse.
And let's take a look at a response to yesterday's question. Yesterday we had asked you, why have the senior leaders failed to abide by the election code of conduct? 67% voted for option A, abuse of power, 22% voted for option B, lack of accountability, and 11% voted for option C, helpless commission. And here is our today's question. And the question is, why have the works of the National Pride project not been concluded within deadline? Your options are option A, error in selection of project, option B, irresponsible contractors, and option C, lack of monitoring. The voting is on. Type in AWS, select your option A, B or C and send it to 34001 to share your opinion with us. Asian Development Bank, one of Nepal's development partner, of which Nepal also is a founding member, has released its portfolio review for 2022. Based on the report, as of 31st December 2022, ADB's active net portfolio stands at around $3.2 billion as it supports a broad range of key sectors including agriculture, education, energy, transport, water and health. This includes concessional ordinary capital resources, lending and grants. The review notes that portfolio performance was lower than expected, constrained by elections when majority development activities halted, COVID pandemic and hike in prices of construction materials, among other, amid Russian-Ukraine war.
Human resource, not enough staff being deployed to take care of the project. We have high staff turnover also. We have issues with procurement delays, contract management, but we also need to recognize that sometimes projects are not ready. Contracts are signed, but electricity pole is not shifted, water utility is not shifted, so the contractor also has difficulty.
The report highlights of high undisbursed amounts, which is the uncontracted percentage of active portfolio at 34%. This ADB attributes to weak technical evaluation and lapses in procurement, among others.
अब हामीले एउटा त लक्ष्य निर्धारण गर्ने बेलामा आयोजना छनौट गर्ने बेलामा यथार्थपरक भरै गर्नुपर्छ, त्यसमा चाहिँ एउटा त्यो भयो। अर्को छरिएर धेरै खालका खास गरी लाइन मिनिस्ट्रीहरु उहाँहरुको समस्या भनेको धेरै प्रोजेक्टहरुमा चाहिँ बन्ने अनि त्यसले गर्दा उ चाहिँ जुन महत्त्वपूर्ण प्रोजेक्टहरुमा चाहिँ त्यसमा कन्सन्ट्रेटेड हुन नपाउने, त्यसमा चाहिँ केन्द्रित हुन नपाउने त्यो समस्या छ। अब अहिलेको टाइम भनेको चाहिँ हाम्रो ठुल्ठुला प्रोजेक्टहरूमा हामी केन्द्रीकृत हुनु पर्यो, हाम्रो प्रयासहरू केन्द्रीकृत हुनु पर्यो। ससाना आयोजनाहरू जसमा कुनै तयारी पनि भएको छैन, खालि भनौँ न स्रोत सुनिश्चितताको नाममा नयाँ नयाँ आयोजनाहरू जुन थप्ने प्रवृत्ति छ त्यसमा चाहिँ सुधार भयो भने मलाई लाग्छ यी चाहिँ जुन ठुल्ठुला महत्त्वपूर्ण आयोजनाहरू छन् यी आयोजनाहरूको चाहिँ सम्पादन कार्य सम्पादन स्तर चाहिँ सुधार हुन सक्छ भन्ने लाग्छ।
In 2022, loans worth $49.64 million and grants worth $0.04 million were cancelled. This includes $1.4 million of the total amount allocated for Melamchi drinking water supply project and $1.2 million of the additional financing for the same. And in our public voice segment, we have asked what should be done to curb the use of plastics that have a negative impact on environment and public health. Let's take a look at what they have to say.
Public voice.
प्लास्टिक जन्नेकै नराखेर त्यसको विकल्पमा नयाँ चीजहरु ल्याउनु पर्यो। हाट बजार अन्य सामान किन्दाखेरि हामीले क्यारी ब्यागहरुको सिस्टम युज गर्नु पर्यो।
प्लास्टिक नभएको रहित कुराहरुलाई चाहिँ युज गर्नु पर्यो।
न्यूनीकरणका कार्यक्रमहरु ल्याउनु पर्यो।
जलाउने हैन, प्रयोगमा आउने छ भने त्यसलाई पुनः प्रयोगमा आउने, नआउने जतिलाई चाहिँ एउटा छुट्टै व्यवस्थापन गरे।
Sports news.
Host Nepal thrashed Oman by 84 runs at the ACC Men's Premier Cup. After being put into bat first in the match at TU grounds in Kantipur, Nepal had a poor start and were reduced to 2 wickets without a single run. However, Kushal Malla scored 108 runs from just 64 balls as his innings included 9 fours and 10 sixes, while Sompal Kami remained unbeaten on 63 runs from 48 deliveries. In reply, Oman were bowled out for 226 runs in 46.3 overs. Mohammad Nadeem top scored with 65 runs, while Sandeep Good added 46. Karan Kesi and Sandeep Lamichhane picked up 3 wickets each for Nepal. Dipender Singh Airi had 2 scalps, while Lalit Rajbangsi had a wicket to his name. Sandeep Lamichhane also became the fastest bowler to 100 ODI wickets. Meanwhile, in the other match that was played at Mulbani Cricket Ground, Hong Kong secured a 67-run win over the United Arab Emirates on DLS. And up next is weather update. Up next is News in Nepali. Good night.